Hey, what's up there, everybody? You caught me in the middle of a yawn. Actually, I probably should have just waited another 3 seconds before I hit go live, but it's Monday. You know what Monday means. We're talking photogenic figures. We're having some fun. We're also tonight going to be talking about some stuff I saw on 5KToys recently and some of the SDCC exclusives that are coming up. We're about a month out from that, and these companies just keep pumping out exclusives, and I'm not mad about it because here's the thing. It seems to me that most of them are making them available through other means. So this should make us all quite happy. So for the replay crew, you know how Mondays work. What figures did you see go up in the last week that you think are going to look phenomenal under your lights and in front of your lens? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's check the chat, see how the people are doing. Oh, Mr. Spencer. Hola, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Tonight's going to be crazy. There's a lot of stuff. AR, hello, man. It's been a bit. Glad you're here. Let's see. Guess what I finally got? Oh, you got Sandstorm? Good man. Good man. Okay. His review is up. All right, guys. After this, or shoot in the middle of it if you get bored, go check out Autobot Review's review of Sandstorm. It's good stuff. It makes the people happy. All kinds of Transformers goodness going on lately. Whew. So how about wait just a minute? I shall drink. This one is sweet water. This one, however, is sweet tea, but it's not sweet tea. It's just decaf black tea with a little bit of honey. Decaf because I'm naturally wired anyway. So, yeah. I don't want to stop myself from sleeping too much. I don't think I noted anything over the weekend I had to have when focused on the job hunt. Yeah, the job hunt is the suck. I've got an estimate I got to finish up tonight or tomorrow morning just for that very reason, to try and making some money. Do you have any more leads, Mr. Spencer? Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's start this up. Let us now share screen. We have Earl. We have Captain Impressive, an exclusive from NECA. Now, I've heard people say things, and I agree. However, I really don't know how else they could have done it. We see Earl here, Earl from Dinosaurs, and man, is anybody really getting into the Dinosaurs line? I'd like to think you are, but I'm not, and I think they look incredible. So, yeah, the reason I ask is I'd like them to keep going, but people aren't buying. I just don't know. I'm not sure. It feels like let's get a lot of money out of this Earl mold so we can come up with more characters down the line. But the one complaint that I keep seeing is that Earl maybe looks like he had a bit of an accident. And I can see why people are saying that. But on the other hand, I really don't know what else they could have done, because he's got the tail going on and all that craziness. I think the figure looks great. NECA always does a great job on this stuff. He really doesn't. Does he have the Oh yeah, there it is. So for a minute there, I thought maybe I missed the tail. Like, no, it's there. I do think it's fun. NECA always brings it when it comes to their con exclusives. Their stuff just cracks me up. Yeah, he looks good. I mean, I don't know what else to say. We know that with NECA, we're going to get a bunch of hands, we're going to get heads, we're going to get accessories. Obviously, if you're a crazed Dinosaurs fan, you're going to get this. And I think you should, because I want to see way more dinosaurs in the NECA aisles so I can go out and hopefully maybe buy some and support it a bit. Wally, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm doing well. I think things are finally getting crazy. I'm kind of stoked. How about you? And man, that reminds me, I got to get a hold of Hiram. I got to check my Instagram more. Mr. Spencer, some okay leads, but focused on resume and all. It's been a minute. Yeah, man. Resumes, when I'm messing with that, I have worked for myself since about 2006. And I started building a bit of a resume. I've sent a couple out, but overall, I'm looking for contract work almost because resumes are such a pain. Plus, they say for like somebody that does their own thing, I think one of the definitions of an entrepreneur is they'll work 80 hours a week just so they don't have to work 40, which is basically, I'll do whatever all the time so I don't have to work for the man, I guess. And I think that's kind of where my head's at. But if need be, I'll make adjustments. Harry, what's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by. What do you think of Earl? What's everybody got with Earl? See, dinosaurs look cool, but not my jam. Yeah, I remembered watching the show way back, and I thought it was cool. I mean, I enjoyed it quite a bit, but I didn't stay with it, Whew. You're looking too, AR? Let's see. Unless Hasbro drops something amazing, I think Alf is the only thing I have to get. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, John. Although I think you said that you're pretty much good on turtles, didn't you? Because I saw there's that one set that NECA's got going where I'm like, oh man. See, the dinosaurs were not going to be a big leap since NECA has put out a ton of Godzilla. This is fair. This is fair. Although Godzilla never looks quite so happy. Let's see. I must know your opinion. Uh-oh. Nobody wants to know my opinion. Let's see. Who should I review next? You got to give me AR. What do we got? What do we got? Let's see here. Trigger Happy or Medics? Let's see. Trigger Happy. There you go. I was on the stream. Checking it that way. Let's see. Trigger Happy is the way. Hello, Tragic. Thank you for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Are you having fun yet? Has it been better? Is life getting crazy cool with all this stuff that's coming out? Are our wallets sad? Do I need to make a Die Wallet Die t-shirt? I don't know. These are the things I got to know. You bet, AR. Good luck. Let's see, I only need the SHF SDCC exclusive from Naruto's Kakashi Sensei. Uh-huh. I've got Kakashi in the queue. He looks pretty sweet. I need to know more about that stuff before I can really say, oh yes, I need this. All right. Now this is what I was talking about earlier with the NECA exclusives. This is something I'm a comic book nerd, probably before many other things, right? I mean, I was way back. It's not like I've been keeping up. I like to keep up, but man, comics are like $5 and $6 a title. So I might need to, go down the Marvel Unlimited hole and all that, which I did at one point. So maybe again. But something I really enjoy is a lot of the history of the comics. And so seeing Eastman's first turtle along with Laird's first turtle, where the story goes that they were just trying to make each other laugh with ridiculousness, this cracks me up. And this is really just comic book history realized in plastic form. It's like getting NECA's Jack Kirby or Legends Stan Lee or DC, or not DC, or the Spawn Todd McFarlane. Like this is comic book history. So for me, while I have skipped on Todd so far, he just put himself in the wrong scale. It totally throws me off. But for me, I think I need these. Need in quotes. You know how it is. I saw Pixel Dan had a review of these guys already, and they've got kind of ridiculous articulation for their look. Like, you know that you're not going to be able to pose these like mad or anything like that, but they've got all the articulation you could really need. And check out the neck there. So one of the things Pixel Dan showed is just how crazy that neck is when it comes to articulation. Like, there's a ball peg at the bottom and I think a double at the top, maybe just a peg, but either way, this head moves all over the place. So that's cool. I'm a fan of that. And spinning chucks, because everybody, just so everybody knows, Mikey isn't only the best turtle because he's my favorite. Mikey is also the best turtle because he was the first one ever drawn by both Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. So put some respect on Michelangelo's name. And there you go with all that stuff. Now I think I saw Hatter talking about this, and he was saying, do I need 4? Because they come with all the turtle weapons. For me, for the story, for what I understand these guys are, I think I only need 1 set. But I will now go to the chat, see how everybody else is feeling on these. Let's see. See y'all in the next one. Gotta go. All right, AR. Have a good one, man. Must push buttons. I understand what NECA's doing with those turtles. Not something I'm going to get perfect for an SDCC exclusive. No, it's not, because that means I should have to go to SDCC now. You're killing me, John. Tragic. Pushing the buttons. Man, I got to keep my pennies in my sock for SDCC release for G.I. Joe. Their new HasLab and Mezco has stuff dropping June 26th. Excuse me while I try to work out what's going on with the fact that I keep talking too fast. Yes, because sipping water will make me talk slower. Yeah, I'm wondering about Mezco stuff that's going to start dropping here what's that, 2 days from now. I am curious there. There is the HasLab coming from Classified. Oh, yeah, it gets tough. I mean, their figures so far have been okay. I can watch out and avoid the stinger for now, but there's all kinds of stuff that I need to check out still. All right, now this is the SHF thing. I've talked in the past about how I don't know anything about DBZ, but I feel like I need a Goku in the collection just for the pop culture of it all. And I don't know if this is a really good Goku or not, but it is a Goku that's an SDCC exclusive. So if it's a new mold, which I don't know if it is or isn't, then you know it's coming down later on too. It'll get some kind of general release. But there he is with Gohan. I do know that much. And what's the cloud? Is it Nimbus? Anyway, he's got some different faceplates. He's got some new hands or some different hands. So he is indeed a photogenic figure. And look at that anger. Oh, man. And it looks like he's really battling with a straw. That shouldn't be a straw, I don't think. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on when it comes to Goku here. But I think he looks good. I feel like I need a Goku. And I'm never sure which one I should go for. Okay, and here we have a Jiren SHF DBZ exclusive. I know nothing of Jiren. I know he's holding a ball. Although I do know this. Jiren has really shiny pants. That's all I got. Also, he looks like a pretty big, bulky dude. But I just don't know enough. I do wish, honestly, because DBZ has become so big or was so big for a long time, and I think still is, I wish I knew more about it. If I ever find time, I'm going to study a lot of the stuff that's been coming out the last few years and DBZ from way back when. Like, I feel like I need to watch One Piece. I need to watch Naruto. Like, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be seen. And whatever show has Monkey D. Luffy, I need to watch that because the character's name's Monkey. And then we've got Kakashi that Bully was talking about just a minute ago. He looks cool. I mean, I know nothing. I think this is Naruto, isn't it? But again, plenty of extra accessories, plenty of faceplates. Clearly, he launches that guy, like the main Naruto guy, by clapping. See, guys, this is what's up. I am so ignorant to this stuff. It's weak sauce. And then we've got Trunks, also from SHF. He looks really shiny. Is Trunks supposed to be this shiny? I have no idea. He's got the crazy Super Saiyan hair, it looks like, going on. So maybe you get shiny when you go all Super Saiyan? I'm making things up. Again, I know nothing when it comes to these. And he's got a purple ball. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. But yeah, that's what I got for the SDCC exclusives. Let's see if everybody's been ripping on me for knowing nothing. You should have if you haven't been. Mr. Elliman, I'll probably skip these. I like my TMNT with 4 brothers. This would be too big a purchase to get 4. That's true. That's true. I get what you're saying there. Like if you have that need to get 4 of each, that set's going to be insane. Like I could see that probably being like a $70, $75 set. I don't know if the price has been announced. I didn't look that closely. Please, more Rumble Society Mesco. I'm curious if they're going to show some kind of Gomez that just has me saying, ooh, I might need the Gomez. The Figuarts are definitely must-haves. I wondered. Are they newer molds? Because that's something I'm curious about. Or are they old molds that have just been colored differently? Or is this something that they're all new, so somewhere down the line they'll probably get reissued some kind of way? Like maybe not with these exact colors, but maybe they're really good, and in the future a lot of people will be able to have a chance to get these, and maybe they're just the best versions of these characters. These are things I don't know. That Goku and Gohan is very cool. Yeah, I think they look good. I just don't know enough to say, oh, this is the Goku I should get, you know? The Goku faces are brand new. Okay, cool, Eric. Thank you. Kakashi is cool too, but I'm not into Naruto at all. You know what I got from that? I said I thought Kakashi was Naruto, so you just made me sound brilliant and correct. So I'm going to hold my Dave cup up to that. You guys all know better, sadly. All right. Mr. Elliman, the shiny paint is a usual upgrade they do for exclusives. Oh, okay. But it definitely suits Jiren, as it mimics his amplified fighting aura in that scene. Oh, so Jiren is really scene specific. That seems to be, that would be a perfect exclusive then. The Goku faces are new, never had those expressions and paint apps. Okay, so the body then is the same as previous Gokus then, I assume, right? Tragic. I think Mezco has the Rumbler coming out. Oh yeah, I do remember seeing pics of that. It's the tactical vehicle with lights. I just hope they keep it under 400. Man, I'm looking at all the stuff that I want to pick up that all these companies are releasing, and I'm going, how am I going to triage this? Because even if I'm just looking at the lines that I'm trying to stick to, that's a lot of money every month. So I gotta be careful. I gotta rein it in. All right, now we'll close these out. Oh boy, and it's me. Hello, everybody. Now, from there, I want to look at, we got out of SDCC. These are some things that I think, I like. This is more of that stuff that I look at and I go, you know, I don't need it, but I really, really, really kind of think I want it. And that's really the danger of all this toy stuff. And it's necessary just because for photos, check these out. Okay. The Fish Studio D20 New Wolf and Horse Mount pre-order open soon at 5KToys. Now, I didn't see the pre-order up. I was just looking on 5K today, so I don't think it's up yet. But if you guys want to look and double check, cool beans. I'm good with that because I'm just not 100% sure. I am 100% sure these things look awesome. I didn't even look at the price because I knew. I'm like, I just don't want to do it. Don't do it, Dave. Don't look at the price. Just look at the pretty pictures. But check these out. And they are like, there's your 112 scale figures sitting on these. And just all the detail, all the gold, all the shininess. I mean, that's definitely an animule. Wow. Yeah, I grabbed all these pics and I cropped them and all that stuff, but I didn't pay enough attention to really just see what all they've got going on. But I love the paint on the armor. A lot of gold, a lot of faded red. That is one angry looking wolf. And it's massive. If anybody has those orcs, like it looks like they're using a lot of figures that a lot of people already have that are huge figures. Oh yeah, I know that thing's big. The size of this thing has to be insane. Then we've got the horse, which is a little more weird. It looks like the head is maybe, the way the head articulation works, it almost looks like you'd want the neck to move up some, but I can't tell. Yeah, maybe there's a cut up there. I guess I can just keep looking at pictures, huh? Ooh, it's flocked. Not flocked. It's flocked hair. Is it flocked hair? Is that the term? I don't know. It's got a real mane. Oh, and then we've got this, and I can't remember. Let's see, Fury Toys. So they 5K posted this, and it said advice welcomed, as in help us out. What do you want done here? And I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, I just want you to make an entire animal line because we all know how crazy the G.I. Joe classified team has gone with Crocmaster, with Mutton Junkyard, with, oh man, what's the next? Naga Hide that's coming out, Snake Eyes and Timber, Spirit and Freedom. I mean, the animals are as good as the figures, except maybe Freedom. Freedom didn't do a whole lot, but overall, people love the animals that Classified's putting out. I think the Legends people are really stoked about Zabu, and here we go with a giant saber-toothed cat. What are those called, really? They always used to be thought of as saber-toothed tigers, but there's a real name. Is it Smilodon? I don't remember, and I used to be way into this stuff, but look at how it can get down like it's really prowling. Like that thing is on the prowl. Whatever it's looking at is going to be dead within 10 seconds. All that articulation. Oh man, it looks mean. Here's a suggestion maybe for them. So later on, I do see the head that they partially painted, and I'll show that here as well. But one suggestion might be just this gray model. Like, I think that prototype looks really good, and it's rare that I do. Like, they could probably sell this as just the prototype edition or something. Oh, man. Can even lie down. Look at the size of the... Okay, so in a second, it might be the next picture. They're going to show the size of a figure that sits on this thing, and you're going to see it and be like, holy crap, that's massive. Look at that. That thing's ridiculous. And they advertise it as 112 scale, so I'm assuming that's a Mythic Legion on there. But oh man, I love what 5K is showing us here. Fury Toys is killing it. They're the ones that make all the really cool animal, like anthropomorphic figures that everybody's been going nuts for lately. Yep, there we go. I took a screen grab of one of 5K's reels. Look at how good the paint's looking on that thing. Yeah, there's the 5K toys, guys. Like, ladies and gentlemen, what do we think of this? Because these are rad. Body is kind of old now, the 2.0 body. Ah, stinking Goku. Gohan and Trunks have been released recently on the 3.0 body. Okay, so I guess the assumption or the suggestion then, Eric, would be for me to wait and get a Goku on the 3.0. Let's see, man, that wolf and horse are great, but I'm not sure I could afford them. Neither am I. Like I said, I saw them and I'm like, I'm not even going to look at the price. Because I've got enough stuff that I'm looking at down the pike. That is dope. Yeah. These things are sweet. The horse, the wolf, I think it's Smilodon. I don't know. Like I say, you guys will correct me if I'm wrong. I hope. Let's see. Whoa. What the heck is this? 5K Toys, man. We'll go back and I'll find some of the other stuff. I think they said Fish Toys or something like that was the company. That would be rooted hair. Ah, got it, Eric. Got it, Eric. Man, words tonight elude me. Thank you. This is clearly I didn't play with enough Barbies as a kid. Yep, Smilodon. Woohoo! Thank you, John. Look at that. Twice I've been right tonight. One of them was a total accident. This one was an educated guess. And I'm hoping this one comes in not too expensive. I haven't gotten Zabu because he's way too expensive. Yeah, how many figures does it take for Zabu? Is it 6 or is it all 7? I mean, Zabu looks good, no doubt, but whoa. Yo, Richard E. LBZ, what's going on, sir? Thank you for stopping by. I assume you heard 5K Toys and you're like, I'll be right there. Man, that Sabretooth looks so freaking cool. Yeah, it's insane. And I don't know how big they were supposed to be. So maybe it's actually the right size, or maybe they just upscaled it for us. Yeah, the Medicom event is on July 23rd. My bad. Okay, I think you sent me that earlier today too. And I just totally today's been one of those days where I've been trying to work on bids and all that stuff, so I haven't paid enough attention. But thank you, sir. I appreciate it. That just means we'll have something extra awesome to talk about next month. Regarding waiting for a new Goku, that's smart. Awesome, man. Thank you. I figure Goku's kind of their flagship character. So they're going to keep making him like Iron Man's, Wolverine's, Let's see, we just might not get a Figuarts version with the same style faces on a new body, but never know. Are they using kind of the same heads? Like, is it really just the body? Are the older heads able to plug on to the new bodies? Inquiring Daves want to know. But yeah, folks, let's see here. Let me go back to get back to the info that I had just because of how I labeled these things. Okay, so the wolf and the horse are from something called Fish Studio, and it's the new wolf and horse mounts. Like I said, I don't know that these are up for pre-order yet. I looked today, but I didn't see anything that made it look like they were up already. But again, if you guys notice it, let the chat know. Let me know because they're rad. But again, I also didn't look at the price. But yes, these are very cool. I don't know. As I was looking at the horse, I'm not sure the horse offers a lot that other horses haven't. Like, let me see. Trying to see kind of the angle of the head. Like if it does have any kind of neck articulation up at like the back of its cheeks. It almost looks like there is some, but I couldn't tell you, and these pictures aren't helping me out. But then we get the Smilodon again, which is awesome. God, oh, woo, I love that pose. Where's the one though? Hang on. Sorry, I have to go back to my favorite pose on this thing. There it is. That thing, the fact that it can do that is ridiculous. But yeah, that is tonight's stuff that I found on 5K that I thought, okay, this is stuff we need to pay attention to. Ooh, my face again. My bad. Mr. Elliman, the heads have changed with them not being universal. They don't always fit across different bodies. Got it. Some also have different skin coloring and different art styles make them mismatch as well. Yeah, so kind of the same thing that we deal with in a lot of lines. No worries, man. I appreciate the information. All right, so now that we've gone through the SDCC exclusives and we went through what I saw on 5K, let me head back here. And now let's get into the photogenic stuff, the good stuff. That's what I call it anyway, because I mean, all those we could take pictures of too, for sure. But that stuff's not out yet. This stuff, on the other hand, we have, I believe, sorry, I've got a window that just popped up. All right. We have Action Forces, I believe, Night Ops Senshi. And hang on, let me get out of this real quick. One, you guys aren't even seeing it. And two, it's trying to open in multiple windows. And computer thinking. That's okay, computer. You can stop thinking now so I can get out of all this, please. Oh no, technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. So, anybody heard any good jokes lately? Let's see. There we go. Okay, I think I cleared it all out. Now I'll try this one more time here. I started talking Night Up Senshi, and I think he's a little further down the line. But anyway, now you know that I'll be talking about Night Ops Senshi. Here we go. Now it's looks like it's starting to load from the correct place. But it's still, I have the mat going, so it's like the spinning rainbow ball. All right. Looks like it's done spinning. So, we will now share the screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, who is in to Halo? What's this one? Halo Reach, the Noble One, maybe. I don't know. I tried to decipher it. I do want the Master Chief. This comes from 1000toys. I do want the Master Chief of this, or like that when 1000toys made, but I'm going to have to look around a bit. But yes, another figure that just looks absolutely insane. I tried to set my photogenic figures rule for myself way back when, because at the time it kept it so that everything that I could potentially want to buy was fairly limited. Now the whole world has opened up. The only lines that haven't really done what needs to be done for me to consider them fully photogenic are Star Wars Black Series, Marvel Legends, and DC Multiverse. And once they open it up, my wallet's dead. It's going to die. It's not going to make it. But again, the reason I like the 1000toys Master Chief is just how good it looked and how articulated it is, how everybody basically sang its praises. And this thing looks very similar. Check out that pose. And I love the gold visors on these things. Wow. Yeah, and I don't know. I wish I knew more to talk about when it comes to this one, just because I wish I knew more about the lore. I stopped playing Halo after Halo 3. So my character that I've known pretty much for forever is simply Master Chief. I love how that pistol mounts over there. That's cool. Oh, check that out. There you go, fans of prone position. Yeah, That thing comes with enough stuff where I think we can consider it photogenic. Plus, 1,000 Toys kills it. Minus, when I looked at the price of this thing, I think it was over $200. So it's awesome, but I'm not sure it's that awesome, especially when you're me and you have no connection really to whatever's going on here with Noble One. See, I'd avoid the Master Chief from 1,000 Toys unless you get a good deal. Really? Uh-oh. I've heard Jazzwares wasn't very good, but the 1,000 Toys did a good job. Let's see. Yo, sorry I'm late. You are okay. Five Nights at Freddy's Gavin Studios. I skipped Super. My bad. It's all right, man. Thanks a lot for showing up. He's okay, but I would have been very upset if I paid full price for him. Got it. I know there is a third party, like a basically, yes, I could get him much cheaper. A knockoff version. That's the word I was looking for. This looks better, but I'd be hesitant. Yeah, I wouldn't get this anyway just because I'm not attached to this particular version, but I think it looks good, and I think it's going to look good in cameras, like in photos. Good Lord, speaking. Man, I used to be into Halo. I even had a buddy make me the armor for Comic-Con in Chicago. I was on the fence on getting it. Yeah. I mean, it looks good. I mean, I can't sit here and be like, this looks like crap, because it doesn't. I mean, this is clearly, if somebody's into Halo, if they're into this particular version, all that stuff, then yeah, do it. if you've got that kind of cash to spend, this one's pricey. Gotta run. Good night, all. Good night, Eric. Thanks for stopping by and telling me all about the Goku. I appreciate that. Tragic. Reaches as far as I went with the franchise. Yeah. Not going to lie, the Master Chief looks K. Is this actually Master Chief? Like, I think of Master Chief in his Spartan armor and all that stuff. I figured we were good with. I figured that one out, but I appreciate the clarification. Sometimes I'm not quite that bright, but I've done like 3 things kind of right tonight, so I'm gonna take a celebratory sip real quick. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't think so. Thank you, Tragic. I appreciate it. All right, so skipping from our boy here, Master Chief, now we have Night Ops Senshi from Action Force. Now, Senshi is one of the characters that I didn't think, I think he looks good, and I do like what Action Force is doing, but he wasn't like one of the top characters from Series 5 that I'm looking forward to. But this BBTS exclusive, this changes it up a little bit. I kind of like this. Yep, I don't think there's anything too wrong with this, honestly. I know that we've talked about how low the shoulders sit. I don't think, well, it's unfair to say. I was going to say I don't think that there's an adjustment at the shoulder to kind of raise them like you can get with MAFEX, but I don't know. The only male figure I have is Duster, and the females are all Series 3, and this is Series 5, so I don't know if any adjustments have been made when it comes to the articulation in Action Force here. So I couldn't tell you. I can tell you that I think I like this a lot better than the regular version. But I like the colors on the regular version too. So we'll see what happens. I might skip them both. I might get this one. I might get them both. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point, but I wanted to point them out because I really like what Action Force is doing. I think they're killing it with this stuff. And yeah, wanted to make sure everybody knew this was available. Let's see. I mean, it kind of looks like Master Chief. I'm not a Halo fan, so I don't know. You're okay, man. Don't worry about it. Like, I was just telling everybody that I stopped playing Halo after the 3rd one, so I didn't know. I don't know what's up. I like the standard Senshi more dynamic coloration. That's true. That's true. I think what gets me is it feels like this one feels more like he's out doing the mission. Doing the mission. Me and my speaking. Again, this is cool though. Lots of accessories. Yeah. Yeah. Always the extra hands. Action Force here isn't giving us an extra head, but he's got all kinds of ways to change out his head. He's still got kind of the samurai mask. He's got the helmet. He's got all the things to make him look a little different. Anyway, yeah, I think he looks great. Let's see. I agree, John. Let's see. So is this guy like a ninja army guy? He's a samurai army guy, kind of. If you go check out Action Force Series 5, and I don't know that they really have much of a bio. They might have a bio. See if you can find the bio on his card back. If it's in the product listing, I'm not sure, but Series 5, the character's name is Senshi. You're good. You're good. I'm starting to, since I know the talk to text kind of thing, I'm starting to figure out, okay, what would happen if I tried speaking and got totally hosed by this stuff? What would I have said for it to not get it right? Yeah, Bobby Valla has claimed that he will not make ninjas due to all the ninjas in G.I. Joe. See, I'm good with that too. I like Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes, but I didn't like when G.I. Joe turned into kind of all ninjas all the time. And I do like the Night Creepers, but we don't need to go much beyond. And I do like Jinx. You know what? This is turning into a scene from The Jerk. So I'm just gonna get out of this real quick, and we'll go on to the next one, which is this guy, Andrew Scott from Universal Soldier. Now, the reason I'm highlighting him, I don't know anything about Universal Soldier, except, what's that? I think that was Jean-Claude Van Damme. I don't remember. But I will say that KToys has been getting a lot of praise lately, so I thought better show this off because this is a KToys Andrew Scott figure. I don't know who played him. I know nothing. But with everybody loving Rambo as much as they have, I figured this guy was worth throwing in here and taking a look at. I do kind of like it's sort of a futuristic but quite military look. I don't know. There's something about getting something like this and throwing him in with your Action Force. Like, I kind of want to get a bunch of figures from different lines and have just the Toy Picks military, like just ready to go. This guy might help, but he's a lot pricier, I'm sure, than, because I think the other one was around, was it 80 or 100? I don't remember it all. But yeah, I think to build out just an army, maybe that's a little too rich for anybody's blood. But I do like the look, and I like all the stuff this thing comes with. It's another ridiculously packed figure that looks awesome and is going to look good in front of your lights and under your lens. I like that he's choosing to keep it different. Yeah. Let's see. A Dolph Lundgren fig? Ah, that's who this is, eh? I would say so. Yep, now you need Dolph. That happens. Honestly, KToys must begin, let's see, to praise because their Godzilla line, beautiful. Ooh, I don't think I know about there. Like, I don't know a lot about KToys. I started paying more attention when they were getting into the 1/12 stuff. That's supposed to look like Dolph Lundgren. I can't really tell here on my screen. Maybe it was Dolph Lundgren from 30 years ago? Does it come close? He looks good. And HyaToys is good stuff. I was tempted by their 3 3/4, their 1/18 scale GI Joes. I have to admit, $80 is their cheaper, 100-ish for most. I think the Star Trek ones are a little more. Got it. Yeah, I think I've talked about because they've shown not Spock, maybe Spock. I think they've shown Kirk and Bones McCoy, right? And maybe Spock. Clearly, I'm not remembering things. I remember seeing this movie in the theater when it came out. It's Dolph Lundgren. Okay, now I'm gonna have to look around and be like, okay, how did Dolph Lundgren look way back when? But yeah, I think it looks good. And now I have to sit here and be like, would Dolph Lundgren lead all my figures into battle? Probably not. Flint would. Now we've got a crazy monster hide from Loose Collector. This one is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. And I love the way they colored this thing. It's still got the waist twist, but it's almost okay with this just because it's such a massive beast of a figure. And, you can get it with or without shirt. I mean, the shirt, all that stuff comes with the same version. I don't mean you can buy them without the shirt or you can buy them with the shirt. No, you get the shirt either way. You get the good hat, you get the angry hide. I need to get something from Loose Collector. I think the wolves are the things that really have me kind of stoked about it. But the size of this thing, when I saw the reviews for the regular one, I was just sitting there awestruck at how big this thing was compared to everything else that people have as their 1/12th, even their 1/10th collection. And then there's these guys. Hello, who needs any demon babies? I'm just going to stop here real quick because the demon babies cracked me up. And then there's all the stuff you get. You get extra hands, you get extra heads, you get a hat. You know me, I'm good with all that. Plus, you get little demon babies. So I'll check the chat here real quick, and I'm going to put up demon baby head while I'm doing so. Tragic Dolph. They're killing it with their movie figs. Ooh. I know that the Stallone likeness looked insanely good when I saw the Rambo reviews. Dear God, that guy looks like the Hulk on steroids. I'm wondering if people have taken that. I'm sure somebody has. They probably painted it up green and tried to slap a Marvel Legends Hulk on it, like a Hulk head. Their wolves by Loose look friggin' awesome. He looks awesome, badass. Yeah, they all look good. The wolves are the things that have me kind of going, ooh, I might need a werewolf. And I'm not a werewolf guy. But now I see this and I'm like, but there's a demon baby. Maybe a demon baby will sway me. I bought a set of 5 demon babies. Nice. That's what I really need. I don't need a Toy Pix military. I need to just build out a ton of demon babies. Just hide them all over the studio. Then somebody will be walking. Maybe they trip over a demon baby and I'll be like, oh, Jerry, that wasn't nice. Oh, I need help. The demon baby scares me, actually. No, he's adorable. Don't let the demon baby scare you. He didn't do anything unless you step on him. Then there's a problem. Hide figure reminds me of the guy from the Captain Stern part of the Heavy Metal movie. No, Harry, why do I not know this movie? Okay. Anybody else reading this comment from Harry? Hopefully you've got reference for it. And now you're probably cracking up while you're laughing at my ignorance and Harry's joke. Harry's observation. That baby is more translucent. The demon baby I have is a solid red. Woo, that would be fun too. Red Jerry. I don't know why it's Jerry. Seinfeld would not be happy. See, all right, thank you. Somebody's got you, Harry. Oh dear. Maybe the demon baby should have been the thumbnail. Just like that's it. No exclamation, no explanation, no words. See, I have a cast on my hand. Egads. That does make it tricky, doesn't it? Hopefully the hand is getting better. I know you said you're recovering. Let's see. Out of this house. Demon out of this house. All right, everybody. We know what Super Five Nights at Freddy's Gavin Studios needs. He needs all the demon babies. Translucent or opaque. All right. We'll get out of the demon baby. There's the comparison between the new one, by the way, the exclusive, and the original. So you can see it's a color change, but I do like the color of the new one a lot more, to be honest. The other one has a little bit of a jaundice thing going on, which I don't know why that would happen when you drink a potion to become a monster. All right, now you all know that I love talking about my MAFEX, and tonight we have Dr. Fate. And I don't know who all saw Black Adam. I don't know if MAFEX is under contract to have to make this stuff from the Snyderverse or the DC movies. So even though they know it might not sell, they still solicit it and cross their fingers. But while I think this is a great looking figure, I just don't know that figures from Black Adam are going to go all that nuts. But maybe. I mean, I do love the gold on it. It's not something that, like, I'm not into movie figures anyway. So for me to judge it based on that would be disingenuous. But for me to just look at it objectively and say, this thing does look good. I mean, the sculpted detail, all the, like, you can see the texture on the suit. I do like how he's flat on the suit, like the paint is flat on the suit, but everything else is ultra shiny. I always like when they do that kind of look. And the cape looks really good too. And I don't even think they had to do much. Like, I think that stitching is similar to what goes on with the Batmans that I have. Is you get a little bit of a fold going on around the edge, so they just change that one's color. On the other hand, now I'm talking about things I know nothing about, so I'm going to just shut up and keep looking at the pretty pictures. Yeah, I mean, looks good. And if you want a MAFEX comic, like a MAFEX comic Dr. Fate, I don't know that that's going to happen. So if you want to build out your MAFEX kind of DC roster, and mostly you got comic characters, maybe Dr. Fate's something you should grab. That's sweet. I wonder how big the package is going to be just because of something like that. So here's where my only real problem comes in with Dr. Fate. I look at this head sculpt, and it was Pierce Brosnan that played Dr. Fate. And what I see here is Pierce Brosnan mixed in with a little bit of Kenny Rogers. Like it's almost, I'm sure the Kenny Rogers is happening because of how white the hair is, but it almost looks like gentle Pierce Brosnan instead of what Pierce Brosnan really looks like. I don't know. It's the one thing that kind of throws me off about it. But, you know, your mileage may vary, and you might be somebody that would pick this up and just put him on your shelf as the good Dr. Fate. Yeah, I don't see Brosnan so much. A little tiny bit in the eyes, but not a lot. That's one of when MAFEX has been getting a lot better at their head sculpts. This one leaves a little to be desired, I think. And that's right. I'm a MAFEX putz, like a shill, I guess. And yeah, I'm calling them as I see them. Not really a shill. They haven't paid me yet, but I'm still working them. I do not need demon babies crawling on me. No, thank you. All right, no demon babies. Yeah, sorry for the typo. Recovering 7-1 pins out. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's not too far. I can't wait to get back to making dios and painting again. No, you're good, man. Like, I'll type dios with two good hands. You're totally fine. Or type typos. Good Lord. All right. One day I'm going to be like, okay, Dave, we will now speak very slowly and deliberately so that we don't screw up our words. That's not going to happen. Otherwise, these live streams would be like 8 hours. But no worries, man. Glad they're coming out on July 1st. That's going to be awesome for you. Let's see. It's a really good looking Dr. Fate. I do agree. I think it looks great. Aside from the Brosnan head, I think they nailed it. Not going to lie, Dr. Fate got the drip. Fair. Yeah, I'm getting this for sure. Oh, okay. All right, cool beans. Have you gotten the other ones? Like, have you gotten Black Adam? And is it just, it's just Black Adam they released so far, right? Hey, you gotta know when to hold them. This is true. This is true. Sadly, with this one, I might know when to walk away. I shouldn't talk. Well, does the helmet slide on and off on Dr. Fate? I don't know, actually. I would say, based on the head shape, that no. I'd say you're probably looking at, what do I keep doing there? I would say you're probably looking at two different head sculpts. So what he'll be able to do is just hold the helmet. But yeah, I mean, he'll be able to hold that different head and like put it on over. You can take a picture to make it look like he's putting it on. See, so many more MAFEX figures I need before Dr. Fate. I know. Bane was just pre-ordered because I know I need Bane. There are some figures where you're kind of on the fence, you're not sure. Bane was a necessity. LOL, it is Kenny Rogers. Gotta know when to fold him and know when to hold him. Looks great with a helmet on. There are many jokes there. I know a lot of people that look, never mind. Let's see, Black Adam is not out yet, but for SHF. Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, man, my MAFEX knowledge. I'm a MAFEX pretender, everybody. I don't know things. I only know the comic figures. Let's go with that. But he is solicited, I believe, right? Let's see. But I do have the SHF and the McFarlane. Okay. So you're going to go crazy. I wonder how many more figures they'll come out with from that movie. All right, so we got Dr. Fate through there. And then we've got this guy, Gigantor, which I know nothing about, but I know he's MAFEX, so that's really all I need to know. If anybody knows anything about this thing, let me know, because I grabbed him because he's MAFEX. I grabbed him because I know that this is going to look right. And I grabbed these pictures because he's got all kinds of extra things. Now, he's probably not 1/12 scale, so I probably should have dropped him. But it said MAFEX, and I'm that guy. I do like the big chunky robot look. Like if I found out this was a 1/12 character, that would not surprise me. Like the Rocketeer, but in an Iron Man suit. Or maybe an actual Iron Man. I don't know what they were showing here. It's like they were just showing, because I think the heads are the same. It's like they were just showing it at a different angle. But yeah, all kinds of good stuff here. Uh-oh. I showed my ignorance and now the chat went nuts. Speaking of MAFEX, I got peer pressured into getting the MAFEX Night Crusader Batman, so I should get it tomorrow. Dude, you are not going to be disappointed, LBZ. You're going to enjoy it. I really think you're going to enjoy it. The only reason that I prefer Hush, really, when I think about it, is there's two reasons. One is it came with a Bruce Wayne head, but two, it's more, I guess this one's more subjective. I just like the design more on the Hush one than I do the Nightfall one. Even though I grew up with Nightfall, I think that the design, there's something cleaner about the design of the Hush one. But like I said in my review, I am super stoked to have both of them. So it basically comes down to, does a Bruce Wayne head make or break your decision? Like if you're trying to pick between the two, or which design do you like better? Like they're that good. Gigantor, the space age robot? Oh yes. Oh yes. This is me. That's everything I know. You just doubled my knowledge of Gigantor because now I know he's a space age robot. Let's see. I want MAFEX Rogue. She is pre-ordered. She will be a part of the Toy Picks collection, but we're probably looking at another year or so before she's out. I think we all want Rogue. I want a MAFEX Beast too, so I can be like, ooh, blue team done. That's a blast from the past. It does look like older, like kind of an older body style or an older animation. I guess it would look like that, wouldn't it? Or as I call that guy, Big Robot. Yes, yes. I might also add the word blue in there. I'm not sure I've seen him in color. Huh. Here we go. Whew. Definitely not 112. Oh, lame sauce. Oops. I'm skipping things now. 16 meters tall. Ooh, okay. So what you're saying is I shouldn't have put him in here. Now I'm sad, or 18 meters tall. Now I'm sad, but he's still fun. He's a big blue robot. How can you hate? The robot looks like it could come from Mega Man. Ooh, it does. Like it could be a boss or something. Like a real boss, though, like not the kind that are the same size as Mega Man. Sigma Edits. Hi, Sigma Edits. Thank you for stopping by. I'm not sure I've seen you around here before, so I very much appreciate you coming in for the chat. See, the Marvel Legends beasts are as expensive as a MAFEX anyway. That's true when you have to go back and you have to buy the whole wave. Japanese series from 63. Wow. Okay. So he does have an old school look. Might need to be, maybe that's something else I should just add to the queue of things I need to look up. Okay, let's keep her moving. All right, now we've got Spidey from No Way Home, the Tom Holland version. And I don't know, it seems like there's been a lot of these released, like this version of Spidey. So hopefully they seem to be kind of teasing Andrew Garfield might come with a pointy finger solicit or the teaser that they did. I think it was last week. So they're basically saying, hey, look, we're going to be able to make the meme. So hopefully the Andrew Garfield comes out for all the people that want to complete the No Way Home trio. But again, I think it looks great. And the photographer kind of nailed the shoulders on these two shots. Check that out. You know how whenever anybody sees a MAFEX figure and they're like, oh, the shoulders are bad. No. The photographer just didn't know what to do with the shoulders. But they kept them good here, whoever it was. And look at this, like where Kenny Rogers doesn't quite look right, the Tom Holland head is really good. And check that out. I think that's a pretty good Tom Holland head. And I like all the various Spidey heads too. But really, it's kind of like the MAFEX people heard us all, and they're like, okay, we need to make sure the photographer knows what's up with the shoulders, because all the poses, the shoulders look right. I'm kind of stoked about that. Sorry, I keep looking back. Like this picture. I love when they do stuff like this. I'm wondering, though, he looks like, I wonder how much more he could crouch forward. I mean, obviously, they're not messing with these things quite as hard as a lot of us are when we're shooting, but still curious. But yeah, I think that Tom Holland head is really good. Is Spider-Man. See, also I said, well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that, man. Thanks a ton. If anybody else is watching and hasn't subscribed, please. No, you guys, everybody here is awesome. I really appreciate everybody for showing up. All four heads are great. Yeah, I think so too. I think I'm trying to figure out which Spidey one might be. One of my Spidey fave is going to be one of the top two, probably the one on the top right. For whatever reason, being a kid that was reading when McFarlane and Bagley were drawing Spidey, I do enjoy the big-eyed look. Spider-Man do be looking good. Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, it's one thing that I can sit here and I can say a lot of companies have done this version. They have, but I always feel like if you want the definitive version, you just wait till MAFEX does it, which is probably, there are probably plenty of people that hear me say that and say, no, you do this, and that's totally cool. I just know that any MAFEX figure I've picked up, I haven't had to replace with a different company's like version of that same character. So, okay, so I've got the Batman Hush from MAFEX, right? Because I have that figure, I have never felt a need to get any other company's Batman Hush because that thing is complete. It looks great. It moves well. That's what I'm trying to say. No more Batman Hush for my collection. It's not necessary now. Jahir, what's up, man? For me, I'm going to get the MAFEX No Way Home upgraded suit since it's the same thing. That works. Let's see, I'm called the Shockhead, the Spider Sense head. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's called, so the big head, the big eyes, I assume, right? Also, I'm a sucker for red and black Spider-Man because he looks good in red and black, thanks to Tom Holland. You know, and there was an argument made when Spider-Man first came out that he was red and black and he wasn't actually blue. That was just a, what happened because of the shading they tried to do. Maybe Spidey always should have been red and black. By the way, how have you been? It's been a while. I've been good, Jahir. I hope you're crushing it as well. How have you been doing? All right. Let's keep going here. If the computer will let me. It seemed to hate me just a minute ago. Oh no, what have I done this time? Guys, I suck at computer. Here we go. There we go. All right. Then you've got some of this stuff. He's got his unmasked head or his unmasked mask. Got all kinds of web lines, which is weird. It's kind of strange that it comes with the same web lines that the comic ones do, but I'll allow it. And then he's got this little thing, the big cube thing that seemed to be the MacGuffin. And then this, which I think that was somebody saying that was from when they were all working in the lab together. I'm not sure. All right. Now we've got this from Monster Force, Kilowarg. And what's crazy about this, so Big Bad Workshop is working on this in conjunction with Fresh Monkey Fiction and Maestro Union now. So basically you're getting a 1/12 scale veteran William that's joining Monster Force, which is insanely cool. I mean, it's not specifically Veteran William, but check that duder. That's good stuff. That's right. I just left it on screen so I could take a swig. Like, this is, I mean, Monster Force is one of those lines that I really want to crush it. I want to look and realize, okay, this is something else you got to add to the collection. Look at how mean that thing looks. And there you go. There's all the stuff. I mean, it really does look like it's basically Veteran William for Monster Force. Jahir, I've been doing splendid. Ooh, splendid is good. Splendid takes good and turns good on its head. Splendid wins. It's the same thing with Spider-Man 2099. He looks blue, but he's really actually black. I hope that doesn't sound... No, you're good, man. You're good. I get that. I get what you mean. I can make that cure device at home with paper. Do it. Do it. Maurice Cretinois. Hey, Dave, how about some MAFEX, Hush Robin, Red Hood, Gordon, and Alfred? Let's see. Hush Robin is in the rumor mill. He has been rumored. I was going to say he's kind of in a pipeline, but no, nothing like that. He did make a rumor sheet that has a bunch of the figures that have been recently solicited or released on that sheet. So hopefully a Hush Robin's coming out. Also, something else that's on that sheet is a Damian Wayne Robin. So I'm wondering, are they going to go Court of Owls? Is that the next big story? I don't know. Now, as for Red Hood, Gordon, and Alfred, I would think if MAFEX can find a way, they'll make Red Hood happen at least. And I'm trying to think, I don't believe they've ever done Gordon. Like even when they were doing the Dark Knight movie figures, but I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong, because that'd be kind of sweet. And Alfred, I think with MAFEX, what you're going to get are figures that they are fairly confident will sell. And I would love a Gordon and Alfred and definitely Red Hood, but I think Red Hood's got to be on their radar. But I just don't know that Gordon and Alfred are, I don't know that they're saleable enough, that MAFEX thinks they could sell enough to make them. I hope I'm wrong, but I would love those in the line. Kilowog is awesome. I want to get one, and I want to get another for my roomie. He loves werewolves. Man, he's eating good if he's also a collector. There's werewolves all over the place, it seems like, lately. I don't know if this is just me, but that figure kind of looks like Master Splinter a little bit. You know, he is a little more squat, maybe, than Veteran William. I need to see a figure in hand before I pre-order anything of theirs. They look cool. I just hope it's not cheap plastic. And I am 100% with you, Tragic. That's what I'm really hoping, is that the first few figures come out and the reviews come out and people sing their praises, because I would love to be able to add some of these to the line. I think they look incredible. I really like kind of the army builder characters. I think they just look fun. He does look badass. Better. I will buy Monster Force, but they keep pushing back on the date of their figs, so I'll wait for The Amazing or Ninja to review them. Yeah, for sure. What's nice about Monster Force and somebody like The Amazing, I don't know, is Ninja sent a lot of samples aside from maybe, I was going to say Action Force. I think Ninja pretty much buys his Action Force too, but we know that The Amazing gets some samples in, so hopefully he'll get something soon that we'll all be able to check out. Let's see. I wonder if you can put pictures in the chat on YouTube. You know, if somebody should have ever looked into that, it's probably me, and I haven't done it. So I don't know. I'm guessing no, but I couldn't tell you. All right, next we have more Earl. And yeah, more Earl from NECA. That's what I mean by, man, they just keep pumping out Earl. I hope they make other characters from there besides Baby Sinclair. But he always looks the part. They always do a good job. And I'm wondering, is this the one I heard somebody saying that Earl here, he's just got a few added accessories compared to the first Earl? Lunch. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like I said earlier, I like dinosaurs. I just haven't gotten into the line. I don't know that I will get into the line, but it would be nice to see. It would still be cool to see a bunch of these out there. Like, I guess if I were to get into the line or just to kind of test drive it, so to speak, I probably would get either Earl or Baby Sinclair, no matter what else they released. So I think they started strong. They started with the right two characters. I just hope they're able to keep it going. Let's see. Earl. All right, so there's our Earl talk. I believe that's the last Earl we have for tonight. Now we have these Walmart exclusives, black and white, Leo as the Hunchback, and Raph as the Wolfman. Now, I'm not into the black and white stuff for the turtles. For Universal Monsters, I think it's a really cool idea. So, I mean, the fact that this is kind of a mashup of the two, it makes sense that they'd sell them. I didn't see any information that said pre-orders were up or anything like that. In fact, what I saw, this was on Toy Arc where I found it, and it pretty much said, check your stores. So maybe it's out now? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I've got. I think the look's good. And what I do enjoy about these is NECA, like there's a lot of real subtleties in grays when you're trying to figure out the colors, especially for like something like this, a black and white figure. So really trying to figure out what the right gray is for each part would be tough. Like I'd have a hard time with that. I went to art school, and one of the classes I didn't do so well on was color. Fortunately, these are black and white, so I'd probably crush it. That's a terrible joke. I shouldn't talk sometimes. But with these, the fact that they've got designers that care enough where they can go in and really tweak the grays is just super cool on these, as well as their Universal Monsters figures that they do it with. I mean, not going to lie, they look good, and obviously it's NECA. They're going to come with all kinds of stuff. The articulation on these isn't that great, and I shouldn't say that. I have the Hunchback Leo. I don't have the Wolfman, but the articulation on the Hunchback Leo, not great, but it can be kind of explained because that's a huge shell on his back. Oh, man, excuse me. But I do like the idea of this. It's just not something that I necessarily am into for my collection. And now we've got a Plunderstrong Rome, a fawn from Plunderlings. This is an Entertainment Earth exclusive, and I haven't seen much from Plunderlings in a while, so it's nice to see that they're still doing something. And being red, that's always cool as well. It looks awfully similar to a whole lot of other stuff from them, but I do love how wacky and cartoony a lot of this stuff looks. And I love, this was the one, if you guys saw the weekly, Robo's weekly that he does, what is it, the Rewind, then you would have seen this. I think he started it with the commercial for this figure. He does look crazy. I just enjoy how much fun these guys look, or how fun these guys look, I suppose. Oh yeah, Ninja Turtle time. We've still got a couple more turtles to talk about this fine evening too. I dig plunderlings. Haven't picked any up, but I want to. I have three plunderlings, three of the little guys, and they are hilarious. This looks fun, but the little guys, they just add kind of that hilarious gremlins kind of thing, kind of like that devil baby or that demon baby. Just kind of putting plunderlings all over the place would be hilarious as well. These are so upscaled, I don't know that they have that hilarious factor for me, but I still think they look really good. Mom's sitting here yelling at me saying, that plunderling is pink. Not if you go and you look a little harder at things. Plunder Strong Rome, who is that? If you've heard of plunderlings, they're on. If you go to Big Bad Toy Store and you look up plunderlings, you're going to see a whole lot of just wacky characters from a company called Lone Coconut. And basically, it's their own thing, their own IP. They're just hilarious looking figures. They have this cartoony look about them that just, they don't match a lot of what's out today, which is why they're so cool. So many things that are out today are trying to be a little more hardcore, a little more serious and all that. These just totally went the other way and decided, let's have fun and be totally goofy. And so they've kind of got their own mythology going. Mr. Matson, still on. I went to DFW G.I. Joe show this weekend and had a great time. Awesome Valaverse panel and OG Hasbro G.I. Joe design marketing team from the 80s. Oh, that is sweet. Okay, now I would have loved to see the Valaverse panel. I'm sure that'll pop up online at some time. But I had no idea that the OG Hasbro design and marketing teams from the 80s were going to be there. That would have been just, like I talked earlier in the stream about, so NECA's got those first turtles that they're doing, the 2-pack of the Eastman and Laird ones. And I was talking about how I love the history of comic books, and so I really want that set. This would be the same thing, man. The history of those action figures. Oh, that would have been so cool to hear that. I'm glad you had a blast, Mr. Matson. That just sounds like two great panels to check out. Let's see, Vala panels Saturday. Got it. Okay. Oops. And now we'll keep going. Okay, Orochi Yashiro from Storm Collectibles. Now, I know nothing about the King of Fighters. I didn't play that when I was younger. Street Fighter was more my jam, a little bit of Mortal Kombat, but Street Fighter was the thing. So I don't know anything about what's going on with Orochi or Oroki. I'm, pronouncing other languages, not my 40. But I do know that Storm Collectibles does a good job. So I thought I'd better grab this. And if anybody here's a fan of the King of Fighters and you maybe didn't know this was out there, now you know. And as we all know, knowing is indeed half the battle. Now, this, I believe that Big Bad Toy Store is Storm's exclusive e-tailer in the US. So unless you found this somewhere overseas, I think BBTS is your best shot because, they're the only shot. I always like seeing what Storm does. I never get their stuff just because I keep hearing that they're larger than 112, even though they advertise the lines as 112. But they always look good as I just continue going through these. You can always tell when I don't know what it is that I'm looking at because I just kind of cycle through the pictures and I filibust, basically. I do love this effect. Like just smashing somebody into the ground and then that pops up. He's not worth just buying the effect for, but if Storm ever sold that effect separately, I would probably pick it up. Oh, then we're getting into these. But before we get into these, and I know we already chatted about them, but more things came to light. Have you checked your IG I have not yet, but I will after this is over with. Because clearly, I mean, I've got messages I gotta look at. I'd stink at my IG. See, I'm really excited to see what's next for the Ninja Turtles in the toy world because I'm a Ninja Turtles fan ever since the 2012 show. As a matter of fact, I made a comic book, a comic based off of 2012 Turtles. That's awesome, man. It would be cool to see some pictures. If you're following Toy Pics on Instagram, send me some of that stuff. As I just said, yeah, I suck at checking Instagram, but Toy Pics on Instagram, instead of being TOYPIXX, there was already a Toy Pics on there with the I, so I made the I a 1. So it's now TOYP1XX. And the worst part is the person that's actually Toy Pics took like a few pictures and vanished. And I tried contacting him, but no dice. Let's see. Dan Klingensmith Jr. has a 15-book series that goes over everything produced and many unproduced Joes. That would be so cool. I have to, is that something that's up for sale right now? Like, I love the history of this stuff. Carson Metaxas has a tome of all the painted art of G.I. Joe from 82 to 94. Oh, dude. That's so cool. And I love that card art. I can tell you the name of it if you want. Game on. I mean, I can tell you the name of the comic if you want me to. That's what I meant the last. No, you're good. I got you. I figured that's what you meant. Sure, fire away. All right, guys. So I know we talked already about the Super 7 turtles, but there is a reason I brought them up this time. So Kyle from Super 7 was on Geek Dad Live last night, and he was talking a little bit about these things. And the QC people are basically boots on the ground in China, it seems like. He basically made it so I'm a little less scared to order these. So depending on a couple things here in the next week or so, I will likely end up pre-ordering this set. Just because I want to give it a spin. I've never gotten anything Super 7 based on the fact that they've never had double jointed knees and elbows. So I will probably end up picking up this set, again, depending on how things work themselves out. But I guess there's some torso articulation a little bit in there. The durometer, which is like, I guess that's kind of the, I don't know if it's plastic density or if it's thickness or whatever. Basically, the front shell, it sounds like is softer than the rest of the figure, so it will kind of get out of the way and help make it so that we can get some torso articulation in there. So yeah, and the best thing that he said, because I really like the look of Super 7's Playmates turtles, but again, they weren't double jointed, so I never went for them. He said there is potential that if these do well, they will revisit the Playmates turtles, the Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael. I don't know about anybody else, but they might revisit the other 4 turtles and give them double jointed knees and elbows as well. And for that, I would be stoked. And I would, depending on when I get these, what the QC looks like on them, then I would definitely go back and pick up some of those Playmates figures because I really thought they looked good. There was just no way I was going to buy single jointed Playmates figures. So yeah, that's why I wanted to bring these up again. There was a little more information that came to light last night. He also said that when it comes to the scaling, because I know people were asking about the size of them, that it sounds like they measured them on 5'3" versus so a 7-inch figure would be a 6-foot character. So then a 5'3" figure would be just over 6 inches. Like it'll probably honestly be about the same height. I'm looking over at my NECA turtles right now. I think it'll probably honestly be about the same height as the Mirage turtles. So maybe a touch taller, but not much. So if you guys were worried about scaling, I think that's probably what we're looking at. Just based on what he said, he didn't give exact sizing or anything. He talks a little bit about the proportions when it came to all this stuff. which is why I'm guessing that it's going to be just over 6 inches tall. So I think we're going to be good with these things. But yeah, if you haven't checked out that Geek Dad live stream, go check it out so you can listen to Kyle talk a little bit. He did address the fact that they don't come with so many pieces, basically saying, hey man, it's all new molds and all that, which honestly, as a toy company, I never really liked that as an excuse. It kind of tries to set our expectations that, yeah, these things shouldn't come with a lot of stuff if they're brand new, when in reality, I'm not sure that's the case. That doesn't seem right to me. So that's why I wanted to bring these guys up again. Why they were shown is because we got a little more information last night. Yes, on Dan's site, 500 something for the set. Carson, 100 plus $50 shipping. Carson's book weighs 30 pounds. Oh my God. Well, you know, for 30 pounds, $50 shipping probably isn't that bad. Awesome. Thank you for the info, sir. I appreciate it. The comic's name is Ninja of Harmony. I like it. It is a 2012 TMNT and My Little Pony crossover. I know it's stupid, me liking a girl show, but it was inspired, but I was inspired by other stories. Dude, that's not stupid at all. There's no judgment whatsoever. My Little Pony is one of those lines that, man, they should always be on store shelves. And I don't, what did I have? My sister had a lot of My Little Ponies. My family got me, there was a quarterback My Little Pony. He was blue and he came with a football helmet. And I can't remember its name. But yeah, I'm not, there's nobody's going to give you crap because of that. That sounds like fun, honestly. Just because the turtles are always fun. And from what I recall, the ponies were fun. Oh, you're good, dude. Now let's see. I'm not sure I have tons more. Well, here's the heads again. That's, in fact, by not having tons more, basically that's it. So I wanted to make sure everybody got that little extra information about the turtles here. I am going to get them if, you know, depending on how things play out the next week or so, like I said, because, yeah, I think it's going to be important to get the first double jointed Super 7 figures when it comes to kind of just what the big deal is for all this stuff. It's like Bane. I knew Bane's a big deal. Bane needs to be bought. I think these are a big deal. And I think, let's see, Cobra Commander for the retro line is going to be a big deal. They're just figures that you see once in a while. And you look at them and you go, you know, that's going to be a big deal. Somewhere down the line, people are going to be huge fans of whatever's going on here. So anyway, I think that's what I've got for this one, gang. Since it's gone on a little bit, we've gone a while this fine evening, and I'm good with that because we had a lot to talk about. So we're done. Thanks as always to everybody for showing up. It's always a blast to talk to you guys. Really, there's kind of a mental clarity, kind of a good for my brain component going on when I get to get on here and talk with all kinds of other nerds just like me about this stuff, because this stuff's just fun. And, you know, everybody else wants to talk about other stuff. It's way less fun. You guys, we're talking the good stuff. So thanks again. And until next time, have fun. Happy snapping. Cheers.